In Part 1, we looked at all the various filtering options available in the Monitoring Flows report. Next, we'll take a look at all the columns in the flows table, or you can skip to Part 3 to examine the filtered results. There are many columns you can expose in the flows report. By default, you'll see Appliance, the appliance the flow was seen on. For SD-WAN intersite flows, you'll see this on at least 2 appliances, perhaps more if regional routing and hubs are in play. Detail. This is the flow details pop-up. More on this in Part 4. Chart. You can see real-time throughput for an individual flow. Start time. The time the flow began. The time zone for this will be that of your computer, not the appliance or orchestrator. Uptime. How long has elapsed since the flow started and the report was last run or refreshed? Overlay. Which bio this flow was matched into? Username. For ClearPass integrated appliances, the username seen may be shown here. If it could not be determined or ClearPass is not enabled, unknown will be seen. Protocol, for example, TCP or UDP. Application reports the name based on config application definitions. IP1 and IP2. Here you'll see the host pair for the flow. There is no correlation between IP1 and source or IP2 in destination. You may see them either way around, depending on the flow direction. Port 1 and port 2. Much like IP1 and IP2, but for the ports. Inbound and outbound bytes. This shows the amount of data transmitted and received based on the bytes filter. By default, the last 5 minutes of activity. You'll also see a representation for the amount of data on the LAN and WAN sides. The 2 values will be different if the flow is boosted. Inbound and outbound tunnel. The SD-WAN, pass-through or third-party tunnel used. You may also see simply pass-through for flows that didn't use any overlay-based tunnel. You can sort the results by any of the columns by clicking on the column header, and again to reverse direction. You can also hide and reveal columns by right-clicking any column header. Columns can also be resized, and all these settings are stored on a per-browser basis. In Part 3, we'll look at the search results, or you can skip to Part 4, where we'll look at the flow details pop-up.